Learners, in this program, the focus is on the age and duration of Deccan volcanism and phases of Deccan volcanism.
Another important aspect of these rocks is age and duration. There is always a question, how much time entails when these rocks have been formed? That is a major question. So, age and duration is very important. Why it is important? Because the catastrophe has taken place, because sudden demise of dinosaurs has taken place, because several species died because of Deccan volcanism. That is why it is necessary to determine age, not only the age, but the duration, how long or how short this duration that has taken place. The best method for determination of age for these rocks, because these rocks are very young rocks, maybe 65 million years young for geologists, but may be very old for viewers. There are techniques, mass spectroscopic techniques, and the main isotope which we consider here is argon 40 argon 39 ratio. That gives you a correct age. Now, this isotopic ratio is determined through these rocks, not through these rocks even, but out of the minerals. How much this ratio is there in a magnetite, how much argon-argon ratio is there in a plagioclase, how much argon 40 39 argon ratio is there in a pyroxene. So, based on these analysis, mass spectroscopic analysis of these minerals as well as whole entire rock, we plot plateau ages. Plateau ages means we heat the samples, sample may be cogenetic, sample heated in a stepwise manner from 400 to 1600 degree temperature and see the argon release. And after the argon release, we separate them out into different isotopes, argon 40, argon 39, argon 37, like that. But argon 40, argon 39 isotopes, they are the most important one, they constitute major proportion of the entire isotopes in the system. So, the ratio of what is the ratio, and based on this ratio we calculate the age. We know the half life period, this much 40 argon will disintegrate into this much of period into this much of argon 39. So, half life period is very well known, and based on that half life period we calculate the age. So, in this age determination we heat the sample in a stepwise manner, here almost 10 steps, 15 steps, 14 steps, and see the and calculate the ratio, and based on that ratio calculate the age. And we plot the isochrones. When cogenetic samples ages are there, they have been plotted over the XY graph, bivariate graph, and see the ages. The age determination is done by isotopes, that is okay, radiogenic isotope, but at the same time there are other techniques, equally important techniques are also there. Paleontological techniques are also important. Why paleontological? Between two successive lava flows, as I said earlier, there is always a time gap, and in this time gap certain sedimentary rocks have been developed, and those sedimentary rocks they contain lot of fossils, through which also we can determine age. At the same time we can determine age by paleomagnetic techniques. The paleomagnetic reversals in these lava flows, they have been studied, and there are 3 important reversals that has taken place. 30 normal polarity, then 29R is a reversal, then again normal sequence. So, this kind of normal reverse sequence is taking place after a certain time gap. When we correlate paleomagnetic reversals with the age data means the radiometric age data, we find that the entire Deccan volcanism that has taken place into 3 important phases. major phases. Out of these 3 important phases, the second phase, which was the most violent and significant, held responsible for formation of almost 3.5 kilometer thick sequence in western Deccan. So, what is the outcome of age and duration? No statistically significant age difference is obtained from bottom to top, almost 3.5 kilometer or 2.5 kilometer, or in some other section, you do not find much significant age difference. What does it mean? It means that Deccan volcanic duration was very short. You get 66 million years, constantly you are getting from bottom to top. That indicates that this volcanism, it coincided with the Cretaceous tertiary boundary, because Cretaceous tertiary boundary, not in India, but across the world, the absolute age of the Cretaceous tertiary boundary in well known Cretaceous tertiary boundary sections across the world is almost 66 million years plus minus 300 Ka on either side. So, all the radiometric age dates of Deccan Trap, they fall within this range. That indicates two important things. Number one is that the activity, volcanic activity was confined to 66 million years and it coincided with the Cretaceous tertiary boundary. See here 3 important phases, and out of these 3 important phases, the second phase is most significant. Second phase, it ends at Cretaceous tertiary boundary here. The first phase initiated much earlier means it may initiated at 67.5 million years ago, and after a gap of time or a very low order of activity that has taken place subsequently, but major episode that has taken place was at Cretaceous tertiary boundary, that is 66 plus minus 300 Ka, Ka means 1000 years annum. And the third phase of volcanism, post KTB activity also recorded, particularly on the peripheral areas. The central areas means Bombay and surrounding areas. The peripheral areas like Mandla area, Rajamahendri area, Sagar area, these are all peripheral areas where Deccan volcanic activity has taken place, but this activity was much younger and post KTB. The lava flow ages are younger, post KTB in age. So, this is one of the important finding throughout the last decade, that the first phase of volcanism confined to C30 normal. C30 normal is a normal polarity, that age is 67.4 million years. Then phase 2 volcanism, almost 80% of the Deccan volcanic activity that took place in C29R reversal, magnetic reversal has taken place, and it is at the Cretaceous tertiary boundary, and this particular event or this particular phase of activity was held responsible for mass extinction, including that of sudden demise of dinosaurs and several other biological species. And the third phase of activity, mostly confined to the peripheral areas of the Deccan province, is confined to 29 normal polarity sequence and precedes full marine recovery.
Now let us summarize what we have learned. We have briefly learnt about periodicity of eruption and the main phases of Deccan volcanism. Thank you very much.